Well, hello, and welcome to Tapping Tuesday. My name is Amanda, and I'm so happy to be here with you today. Let me give you a quick introduction of what it is we'll be doing, and then we'll jump right into it. This next hour is going to be us tapping together. So, EFT stands for Emotional Freedom Techniques, or tapping is another name that it's known for. So, this, all of that. And if this is your first time joining us, welcome. If it is not your first time, welcome back. Um, it is a very simple process to pick up. So if you are feeling unsure about anything, don't worry, just follow along with me. Now, EFT is a fantastic set of techniques to be able to alleviate overwhelm. So whether it's something that you have that you want to get rid of, or something that you don't have that you're trying to get, and that's causing you a lot of stress or anxiety or sadness or anger, just big emotions. Or even if it's something positive that you would like to just make sure that you're in your zone for, tapping is really great for that as well. And the way that you can participate today, well, it's just follow along with me. You don't have to do anything other than that. You can even just watch, and your brain will gain some benefit from that. You can add to the live chat that we have going through the duration of our session. As we do this, sorry, I'm going to change. There's a chat setting. So, okay. Now I'll be able to see your messages pop up. If you would like to participate in real time, we have a live chat that goes. You can put any suggestion in there. It doesn't have to match anything that I've previously said or that anyone else has said. And I do my best to focus everything that we tap on to get to something that everyone has said. But I will show you how to shift the words that I suggest into making it more personal for you anyway, because what we are doing is addressing what your subconscious brain is believing. And just like we're not aware of like our food digesting going from, being lunch to energy for our cells, or the oxygen being delivered through our body blood. We're not aware of everything, every single thought, every belief that's in our subconscious brain. And a lot of times that's what gets in our way when we feel stuck in something. So being able to tap allows us a channel to those areas and allows our conscious, so what we tend to think of like ourselves, to be aware of something that is subconsciously interacting in a negative way with what we're trying to achieve. Now, if you want to know, like, but wait, how does all of that work? That's not something that I go into here. Here is for you to experience it because you can hear all of the amazing statistics about it, and they are really cool. But it won't allow you to know what that feels like, to be able to connect with that part of yourself and then to let it go. Not that part of you go, but the issue go. So that is what I'm here to give you today. But we do have literally hundreds of videos on our YouTube channel. If you want to check those, you can also always email me with questions or whatever. And I'm more than happy to help you to understand something associated with EFT. And the second way you can participate, if putting something in the chat, sorry, I'm doing this a little bit scattered today. We've been sick in this house and we're getting into the swing of things, but I've been out for a while. The second way you can participate, but there's a little bit of a lag time with it, you can email me if whatever it is you're wanting to tap on just feels too vulnerable to put out there, to the whole world. That's perfectly understandable. So just simply email me. My email is at the top of the chat. It is amanda@eftuniverse.com. And then I can bring it up anonymously the following week so that you can see how to approach tapping on it. Alrighty, I am going to say hello in the chat and then we will ground to become as present as is comfortable. And then we'll get right into our tapping. I do have an email from a community member. So after we ground, I will read that and we'll go from there. Okay. Hello, Paula. Happy to have you here. Hi, Zarina. Zarina, you asked a question on the last video that I posted on Friday, and I just answered you this morning. So if you haven't seen it yet, let me know. And if you're, for whatever reason, unable to find it, also let me know and I'll like email it to you. Um, Hello, Iwar. Marie, hello. Oh, glad you're feeling better. Thank you. The world just seems all wonky. Yes, right? um, Hello, Julietta from Vermont. Oh, good. You got my email. I'm so glad that you did. You're very welcome for that. And feel free to, it's not a one-time thing. So if you have questions about what I wrote to you, feel free to answer back. And I'm here for you. I'm here as a support. Alrighty, let's go ahead and get grounded, and then we'll get right into our EFT session. So as you are listening to the sound of my voice, maybe watching me on the screen, notice what parts of you are listening. Notice which parts of you are watching. And notice which parts of you maybe feel numb or not present or maybe empty. There's just no energy there. It's just completely bottomed out. And see if you can feel into your body. Is it certain areas of your body? Is it an overall percentage of you? Do you feel like maybe a shell? Or do you feel like, well, I feel like I'm present here, but the lower half of my body, I don't feel much? Just notice. We're just noticing. And as you notice, go ahead and take a breath. And become aware of the texture of your presence in your body, your core, from your shoulders to your arms, from your hips to your legs, from your hands to your feet. I won't lift my feet up. And we're just noticing what all is present in our bodies right now, what all we feel in our bodies, and what that feels like in our bodies. And take a breath. And as you hear my voice, and as you see me, perhaps on your screen, see if you can give yourself permission to connect. Connect with the tone that I'm offering, the energy that I'm offering, the friendship, the care, and see if the texture of that energy can integrate with what else you're also feeling. And also, if it feels safe, if it feels comfortable, allow yourself to be aware of everyone else that's here on this tap, that's here in this session right now, all around the world, and how we're all tuning into each other and all connecting together, and feel that offering of care and community, and notice how that interacts with you, and allow it to be present in a way that feels good and feels safe. And let's take a breath here. And lastly, notice, as you notice the energy in your body, if there are any parts of you that are reaching out into the future or reaching out back into the past. And just notice, because maybe they have a quest. Maybe those parts of you are doing a thing, and that's okay. And if they are, you can ask and just say, is it most beneficial for those parts of me to become present in this moment? Or is it most beneficial for me to send energy from this moment into those channels? But just connect. Allow all of these connections to interact. And feel in your body. Just notice how that energy feels now in your head, your shoulders and arms, your core, your back, your hips, your legs, and your feet. And let's all take one more breath together. Here we go. Breathe in and out. Okay, nicely done. Alrighty, I'm going to read the email that I received from our community member, and then I will check the chat to see if anyone's put a suggestion there as well. Okay, so the email that I received, I think is a beautiful suggestion. I love it because it is about having permission to be furious. And what our person wrote is that they struggle with being furious and frustrated about the situation that they are in, and that it's hard for them to cry. They say, I was being denied to cry and to react to what was happening. So I let it all inside to feed on me from within and to make me sick. I simply know this was one big reason we get sick. And yeah, that there's scientific backing for that. Absolutely. So giving ourselves permission to emote. And what I will say along with that is usually safe, having a safe place to emote. So thank you so much for that. And yes, we will include that today. Now I'm going to see. Oh, Kim, hello. First time here. Yay. We've been using the immunity eco meditation to sleep. Oh, wonderful. I love that. I hope that's been helpful for you. And I'm so glad that you're here. Hello, Danette. I'm so glad that you're here. Hello, Trisha. Joining from Madrid, Spain. Oh, so it's nighttime over there. Yes. Happy to have you here. Oh, thank you, Cedric. Happy to have you here. Hello, Karen. Wishing everyone what they need for happy holiday season. Thank you for that. Okay. So feel free to drop in whenever you want to, what you would like to tap on today. Let's go ahead and focus in on emotions and having permission and creating a safe place for those emotions to come out. Let's go ahead and start tapping as I talk, because this can be a complicated place to be. Often, when we start gathering emotions that we stuff down inside rather than expressing, that starts to happen early on in childhood, um, particularly before these last few. Uh, why is my brain lacking words? I'm sorry, I haven't had much sleep lately. Been taking care of a sick kiddo. Generations, these last few generations, who I feel have been more seen as people as children, and before then, not so much, right? Seen and not heard kind of an attitude. I'll give you something to cry about. So it wasn't safe to have emotions, right? To have your own responses and reactions. There wasn't a place to be heard. So finding that place as an adult can be tricky because maybe you don't have any foundation for it. So if the person that you're interacting with doesn't offer it to you externally, then being able to offer that to yourself can be problematic because you were never taught that skill set yet. So a good way to approach this is very, very basic building blocks. So before we dive into, I'm angry and I deserve to express it, I deserve to have my emotions, all of that's true. Absolutely, it is. But there's a step before that, and that's where we're going to begin. Okay, on creating a foundation for my emotions. So go ahead and zero in on what emotion you want to tap on, whatever emotion you struggle to express. And it could be joy. It could be happiness. Maybe you feel like anytime you're happy for yourself, people think you're being conceited or you're bragging in a way that's hurtful. So you've had to tamper that down. It can be any emotion at all. Okay, here we go. As I consider my ability to feel safe and to feel permission to express any and all emotion that I feel, I deeply and completely accept myself. As I consider my ability or inability to allow myself to express how I feel, I still choose right now to deeply and completely accept myself. My emotions, and I realize I'm currently unable to express them as I want to. I still choose to deeply and completely accept myself. I acknowledge that this is where I am. It's not where I want to be, but it is where I am. And I give myself permission to be okay with that, not satisfied with that. I still want it to change, but it is okay for me to acknowledge that the sum of my past experiences has led me to this issue. And I'm not saying that what led me to here is okay. What I am saying is it's okay that I am a sum of my experiences. It is okay that this is where I have landed because of what I have been through. And I have done a really good job to make it different than what it always has been. I have created some really positive places for myself. And now I would like to create a positive place for my emotions. I wonder, is it possible? Is it even possible to create such a place? To have a place where it's safe for me to express, no matter how big the emotion is, no matter how negative or toxic or unfair or crude or aggressive the emotion is. Is it possible for me to have a safe place for that? Yes. No. I don't know. Even if I don't know if there's a safe place for my big emotions, I hold space to be curious about it. I wonder, what's my reason for wanting a place to express these emotions? Why do I even want to? Is it so that I can justify hurting someone else? So I can justify being a terrible human and doing horrible things with the way that I feel? No. Is it so that I can argue with someone so that if they say that I shouldn't have, or I couldn't, or I can't, I can push back and say, uh huh, can too. Or maybe I want this energy to go somewhere. And maybe the place where I can put it, I am resisting because I don't want to hurt their feelings, but I want to put it somewhere. Or maybe I do want to offer it to other people involved, but they won't meet me there. Or I have another reason. So if these are not my answer, what else could there possibly be? If I want to alleviate myself from these emotions and I have to do it on my own, will that even work? Is it even possible? Even though right now I'm not sure about how to alleviate myself from big emotions with only my own support, I continue to hold space to discover a way. I wonder, have I ever supported myself with any emotion ever on my own? Well, does daydreaming count? Because I believe I have daydreamed. And I do feel emotions with daydreaming, whether it's an interesting thought, something lovely or wistful, or something that turns kind of weird. And then I go, why was I thinking about that? Those are emotions. I wonder, could I use that as a frame? So, some framework for other emotions. No, that won't work. It's not going to work for real emotions. It's not going to work for big emotions. It's not going to work for negative emotions. And even if I tried it, it's not going to solve anything anyway. Even if, as I consider this possibility, I may have these doubts or others that pop into my head, I still choose to hold space and be curious about this possibility. Because isn't it true that following a pathway that's already been successful is a really good start to trying something out? And maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. But right now, I'm allowing myself to be curious. Okay, I'm curious. So how would I do this? How could I do this? Well, first I would like to feel safe. So if I can't physically find a space to talk and feel safe, I wonder, can I create a safe space within me? Because isn't that where all of the emotions are anyway? Okay. So go ahead and imagine a place. And if you struggle to imagine a place, you can recall a place, just a memory of a place that you've been that feels safe. And it could be in your bed under your blanket, someplace you were a few hours ago. It could be in your car and you're out driving on a country road where other people are not. It could be someplace completely fantasy, like inside of a rainbow or at the bottom of the ocean, a different dimension or planet. But know that it is your place. And it is only you who knows exactly where this place is or has the ability to reach it in this way. It is safe, and you are in control. And as you have this place, allow yourself to consider what emotions you want to express. And consider if you simply want to express them and you would like some objects to help you with that, whether you want a punching bag to punch or dishes to break, um, screaming really loudly, crying. If you want to feel comforted, um, and if you want to invite another person to be there with you, it could be a support person, it could be a support animal. And again, it could be your most beloved pet. It could be a tiger, an eagle, whatever feels comforting and powerful to assist you in permission. And if it is another person and there's complication there, you can imagine that there's a wall, that there's another room. You can place protections around you or um, boundaries around them because this is your safe place. And then give yourself permission to emote. In this space, see yourself there and let it out. And know that if there is another person there, that they know why they're there. And they're there to support you. They're there to allow you to get this emotion out in this way. And if it is you're missing someone, or it's a part of you that you would like to connect with, you can allow those parts of you to come as well. So maybe you as a 6-year-old, and you can say whatever you would like to say to that 6-year-old. You could play a game. You could snuggle and watch a movie. Whatever it is, this is your safe place. And as you explore what all you can create permissions for in this safe place, notice how it has a real-time effect in your body. And know that this is more than just a daydream, more than just a fantasy. This is a way to the subconscious brain in pictures and in emotions, which are two ways that that part of the brain, these parts of the brain, collaborate, that we're ready. I'm ready. I'm ready to let go of this. I'm ready to let it move out. I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it to resolve. And this is the solution I have for you. So as you visit your safe place and give this a try, remember to tap and give yourself permission. If you still see yourself in your safe place, go ahead and come back to this present moment, knowing that that place is yours and it exists on the same plane of reality where all of these emotions exist within you. So you do have control. You do have access. And as you continue to be curious and explore, it will and can result in real time, real body releases and resolutions. These emotions my big emotions, my safe place, my ability, my collaboration. And as I allow myself to try, to be curious, to experiment, this may work fantastically for me. Or this may be a little weird. It may not be quite right for me. But I am proud of myself for trying. And I appreciate myself for looking. And I trust that as I receive my own feedback for what I am trying, I will continue to get other ideas of other things that I can try until I find my perfect way to connect with all parts of me and release what I no longer wish to hold. And as I allow myself this safe place, I deeply and completely accept myself. Okay, go ahead and pause tapping and take a breath. Now go ahead and take just a moment and think about that big feeling or feelings that you thought of before you started tapping on that and see how it feels now. See if you feel better, if you feel more positive towards your own ability to adjust that, if you feel more connected to yourself. Um, if you were yawning, sighing, stretching, felt like moving during that time for now. So, congratulations. All right, I saw some comments come in, so I'm going to scoot over here. Hello, Marie. Thank you. Okay, stomach issues. And, I'm ignored, disrespected, and rejected by kids, spouse, extended family. It's so painful. Temp job is disrespectful. Need to feel safe, calm, and confident. Okay. Um, did that help you? And did that tap feel like it gave you a safe place to be? Because that is a lot to be dealing with. Does that allow you to have a place to feel insulated from those feelings? Zahara, experiencing something others not experiencing. I'm not sure I know what you mean by that. I'm sorry, I'm not catching it. Like you are experiencing, like people are saying, oh, you're making too much of it, or you're saying, something's not right here, and everybody's like, oh, you're so paranoid, um, like you're being invalidated, or just you feel alone in the fact of, I think I'm the only one who's noticing this. Let me know. Help me clarify that because I want to make sure that I get that right for you. Zahara, maybe tapping on redirecting and diverting unusual experiences. Okay. Hi, Dr. Scott. Joined on the phone, walking back from beach. Oh, lovely. Oh, great to have you here. I'm glad that you're on in a beautiful place right now. I love that for you. Love the safe place and the permission to feel good. Yay. Yes, that is a wonderful tool to have for so many things because a lot of us don't have a structure to know how to show up for ourselves. right? Everybody talks about self-love and self-awareness and all of these things, but where's the baseboards for it? How do you start to build on this foundation? And that is a really great way to do that. A place to go and have all these conversations, or give yourself something. If you're feeling sad, it's a place where you can go and give yourself comfort. So I hope that helps you to build on having a safe place for many things. Paula, you're very welcome. Okay, so okay, has Aries become a reliably safe place? Oh, good. And Kim, frustration with a roommate who is my mother and her narcissistic behavior. Oh man, so many intense responses, that are hard. I feel like this is kind of a running theme right now in our group. And Kristen ruminating regarding next PET CT scan early January, as November one showed new questionable areas. Okay, maybe just post flu inflammation, but could be metastases to lungs. That's a lot, and having to wait is painful. So I thank you for sharing, Kristen, and I'm sorry that you're having to go through that. We can absolutely do, there's a few now on physical body, and I think that's always good for this time of year anyway. Lou, oh, good. I'm glad that you got that response, Lou. Thank you for sharing. Okay, Savannah, it's finals week, and as a student, I feel to perform on a time crunch. Okay, tapping for mental clarity or a calm mind. Yes. Thank you for that, Savannah. I think that actually ties in perfectly with all these other struggles that are popping up from all of us about um, uh, interactive emotions, meaning that it's with other people and they're inflammatory, step away from. So, what can we do for that? So, when the input you're receiving is intense, but you don't want to engage that intensity, what other options do you have? Okay, so let's do that, and then we'll tap on physical body. Okay, let's go ahead and start tapping. So as you're considering an intense interaction, so whether it's with another person or people, if it's a situation where just the situation is intense and you are walking into it, whether it's a job or an interaction with another person, something like a test that you have to interact with because you have to get through that in order to get what you're looking for on the other side. And you are hoping to feel differently in your body, but what you're working with is difficult. What you're handed is big and hard. Okay. So, whatever situation you would like to tap on for that, just get that clear in your mind. And if this isn't something that really relates to you, then you can choose any scenario where you're hoping for a good outcome. And what you're feeling on that is even just neutral of, well, I don't know yet, but what I'm hoping for. So there's a bit broader of a definition if you need one. I'm trying to think of what words I want to offer for this. Okay, this is very, very, very broad, but here we go. As I consider this energy that I am receiving and that I have to deal with as I work towards my outcome, I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though, as I focus on this energy that I am receiving because of this scenario, I notice it's hard to work with. But even though it's hard to work with, I still choose right now to deeply and completely accept myself anyway. I don't know yet how it's going to turn out. I know how I would like for it to turn out. I know what I'm hoping for, best case scenario, what would still be acceptable, what I'd still be happy for, even if it's not my best case scenario. And then all the other stuff that I don't even want to think about because I don't want to put energy towards it. But I'm afraid that it's still a possibility, even though I have no idea where along this spectrum of possibility this situation is going to complete. I still choose right now to deeply and completely accept myself. But I wonder why? Why would I choose to accept myself right now when things are hard and the energy that I'm receiving to manage towards what I want is overwhelming and difficult? Why would I say that I deeply and completely accept myself? I wonder, am I withholding my own acceptance of myself until I succeed? Am I unintentionally telling myself that even I am not allowed, not allowed yet to support myself because I have not yet succeeded? I wonder, why would I do that? Is that true that that's appropriate? Should I not support myself until or unless I succeed? Yes. No. I don't know. Even if right now I'm a little confused about how or even if I should support myself, even though I don't yet have a conclusion, I choose right now to be open to exploring this. Well, is it true that nobody deserves support unless they're successful? No, no, that's not universally true at all. In fact, it's not even when support is needed. Support is needed when things are in the middle, when it's the hard part. Okay. Is it universally true that you should not support yourself when going through something difficult? No. In fact, there's a lot of people who spend a lot of time and make a lot of money on teaching people how to support themselves in these very situations. So I wonder if it's appropriate and even considered positive and admirable to find a way to support oneself during difficult things. Why would I not choose that? Did someone teach me that I shouldn't? Did someone tell me in some way in my past that supporting myself or caring for myself or loving myself, even when things are hard or messy or complex or uncertain, that I shouldn't do that? As I consider where I may have learned how to treat myself in a hard situation, I deeply and completely accept myself. And I may be able to think any time in my past where I might have accepted that I can only support myself after I've succeeded. I recognize that no matter my past, this is my moment now. This is my present moment where I have ability and where I have action. And regardless of my past, I managed to get myself here. And while I am going through something that's big and overwhelming, I'm nervous or I'm scared or I have other big emotions, I also know that I have choice. And I may not be able to choose everything that I want right now for this scenario, but I can choose how I talk to myself. I can choose how I listen to how other people talk to me. I can choose to offer myself positive words that I really want to hear. I can choose to forgive myself for things that I didn't know that I wish I would have. I can choose to think positively about my ability, even though others around me have different opinions. This is my body, and this is my mind. And while it's true that as I interact with others and I interact with thoughts about information, they have an impact on me. Of course they do. I have feelings. I have responses. But what caused that feeling and what caused that response isn't mine. And I don't have to keep it if I don't want to. I give myself permission to choose for me, to choose for me what I can choose for me. That even though I may not have 100% choice in this scenario, and I will continue to have feelings that are big as I work through this situation, I allow myself to be as aware as anything else in this scenario, as aware of how I want to feel and my own words, my own energy that I can add into everything else. my words, my emotions, my choices, my own conversations. And as I consider these people, this scenario, I allow myself to discern what is theirs and what is mine. And I give myself permission to let go of what I don't want to carry. Even if someone else says, you have to think about this, you have to consider that, you must respond, you must react. Maybe I don't. As I allow myself to consider my own rights, my own space, and my own journey within this situation with these people, I give myself permission to choose and to be aware of my choices. And I deeply and completely accept myself. Okay, pause and take a breath. Nicely done. All right, we're going to jump right into doing a physical body tap to finish off this week's tap. Okay, thank you, Dr. Scott, for your support to Kristen. Go ahead and, well, actually, I feel like you give a little wiggle. So if that was a lot of movement for you, if you're still kind of feeling that and it's lingering, feel free to take another breath. If you need to kind of brush, this just gives your nervous system some input, kind of brings you back into the present moment. It's sweeping off energy. That can help. Okay. Physical body. Let's go ahead and tap as we talk. Now, as we tap on the physical body, you can choose something that is very obvious to you that you're going through. If you don't have a physical consideration right now, you can just build on gratitude for how your body is functioning. You can tap on something that may have to do with, because I'm female or because I'm male or because I'm have this genetic thing passed down in my family, or because I'm a certain age, or whatever it might look like. If you have something in your brain that says, because of this, then that, this would be a good time to focus on that. Okay. Oh, Kristen, I'm so glad. Congratulations on that. Good job. Okay, physical body. As I consider my physical body and these aspects of my physical body, I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though there are things with my body that I have big feelings about, and I would really like for those to be different. I still choose right now to deeply and completely accept myself. Even though right now I may feel completely out of control in knowing how to help my body, I still choose to deeply and completely accept myself. Okay, I'm going to start this off really negatively. Just trust me, go with me. Even if you're like, "Ugh," that's actually what we're trying to do. We want the brain to go, "Ugh." I don't have any control of my physical body. It just does stuff. There's so few things that I can actually govern in this body. It is largely a huge mystery to me. I have what, trillions of cells, and there's all of these microbes and these systems, and I don't know how they work. I don't know how they work to each other, and I don't know how the brain operates, much less when something goes wrong. How am I supposed to feel any kind of strength or comfort? Because it's, when I think about it, like, really the reality of it, it's too scary. It's too much. And I don't know. So how could I ever feel different on that? Blah. Even if I do feel some or all or other things along these lines about my physical body, I choose right now to hold space for a different feeling. I'm not even going to try to get rid of this. If I have these feelings, fine. Because you know what? Maybe there is some truth in that. Or maybe there's a lot of truth in that. Maybe thinking about how my body works is really scary because there are a lot of things going on. And that means there's a lot of things that can go wrong. But am I giving equal weight, just same weight to all of the things that are going right, to all of the things that are working? How about this amazing intelligence, this symphony of working together and figuring things out that my body's been able to do? And yeah, I might be worried. I might be confused. I might feel frustrated because I can't see how my body is working to figure this out. I'm only aware of the problem because the problem got pointed out to me. And I'm not aware of all of the solutions. So I have to trust my body. I have to choose. I have to make a choice. Can I trust my body? Can I just hold space to trust that my body, even though I have knowledge of this issue, that my body is working on it and maybe even already has a solution, and it's just taking time. Okay. Okay. My body, my very smart body. We're going to go a few minutes over. My highly intelligent body and its ability to solve issues. Right now, I choose to speak out loud to myself that I trust my body as much as I'm able to at this time. Body, I know you take care of so many things, and I am worried about this issue, but I trust that you know how to fix things. And I hope that you know how to fix this. I trust that you are trying. I trust that you know the very best ways to try to fix this. Trusting my body, trusting my body's solutions. Okay? But I wonder, what can I do? I would like to participate. I want to contribute. Well, is it helpful contribution for me to constantly be questioning my body? For me to go, are we there yet? Are we there yet? Did you do it yet? Did you do it that? Is it fixed? Is it fixed? Did you do it? Did you fix it? Or would that be maybe annoying or frustrating or hard? Maybe that's not the focus I want to offer. What other focus can I offer? Well, what are the things that I know that I've heard, even scientifically, that can assist my body? I can let my body rest. I can feed my body. I can hydrate my body. I can calm my mind. I can busy myself in some way that at least feels neutral, if not happy. I mean, there's been a lot of studies about how smiling and laughing boost the immune system. I mean, if that's all I've got to do, surely I can find a way to do that. And even if it feels dismissive or silly for me to look for ways to laugh right now when this feels pretty serious, I give myself permission to try, to try. And maybe it will feel dismissive and maybe it will feel silly and I won't like it, but maybe it will feel really good. And maybe I'll be able to tell that I've supported my body and then I can do it again. Because the truth is, I don't understand everything that's happening in my body, but some part of me does. And I can't control everything that's happening in my body, but some part of me is working on it. And I do have the ability to assist in the ways that I do understand. So as I allow myself permission to try and continue to do the things that work, I deeply and completely accept myself. Supporting my body, continuing what works. Okay, pause on tapping and take a deep breath. And just notice how you feel in your body right now. And if you're feeling better, that's a really good sign that your brain has said, yes, and let's do that. Thank you so much for joining me this week. I hope that you have a wonderful time these next 7 days till I'm able to be here with you again. If you have questions, if you want to submit something to tap on, please email me. Again, it's at the top of this chat. I think about you. I send you lots of love, and I hope to see you next week. Okay. Mwah. Take care.